when you started to make these dips into sort of public life, and you spent a lot of time working for commercial radio, and then later joined Arts Council England. I think it might be interesting to speak about perhaps the differences between how you might measure your own sense of personal achievement and success. How does measuring success differ from being in a commercial setting, where perhaps superficially it may well be easier. Ratings, for example, are a good way of indicating how successful one is, and working in the arts for a public body, where perhaps measuring your own individual success is slightly more difficult. What's the difference between working and...
I suppose I think that one of the things is you've got to enjoy what you do, and you know, I very much don't believe in doing things by half measures. So you know, I think, you know, in some ways jobs are a little bit of a lifestyle choice for me, and so I love what I do. I loved what I did at Classic FM. I left Classic FM in a very happy place. You know, I had a very nice party to say goodbye. It was very you know, good. I wasn't, you know, in any way sad. I wouldn't have well, I was very sad actually. I wasn't in any way you know, unhappy with working there. It was just I got offered something that was a really exciting challenge, and I thought it was something that I could make a difference in. So I think, you know, you've always got to be true to yourself as well. I think, you know, these can sound like sort of glib platitudes, but actually you know, have it operating with integrity, treating people in the way that you would wish to be treated, having fun. You know, actually it is quite possible to still, you know, get up and go and have enjoyable days at the office. Sometimes when you do jobs that are in, you know, high profile, or when you're running an organisation, there will be days which are tougher, and there will be days where you may make decisions or have to do or say things that not everybody will like, and I think you have to understand that. But if you've made those decisions for the right reasons, and there's process and structure and thoughtfulness behind those decisions, and you believe in those decisions, then actually that makes it much easier. So you know, it's not about saying that everything's always going to be fun or it's always going to be a bed of roses, but you know, being true to yourself, having integrity, working with people you enjoy working with, that you can respect. That's, you know, what makes you get up in the morning. And actually, in the end, I have a job now where part of my job, a lot of my time is spent travelling up and down the country, meeting arts organisations, meeting the most creative people, seeing fantastic work, seeing how the money that we're investing can make a difference to people, to places, to people's lives. And I think that's really, really important, understanding that route, and then understanding and questioning what more we could do better. You know, the job isn't done, nothing's perfect, we can always improve things, and I think that's one of the interesting things, is always to keep asking what could we do differently. And the Arts Council as an organisation is very reflective, very self-reflective. We spend a lot of time thinking about our processes. You know, when we have an investment round, what could we do next time that will make it better, that we would be more effective, we can spend that money better. You know, I'm Chief Executive, I'm also the Chief Accounting Officer, so I'm responsible to Parliament for all of the lottery money and the grant and aid money. That's the money the Chancellor gives us, that we spend. And so I clearly don't know about exactly every pound that we spend, but we have an organisational structure that gives me confidence that that's in place, and we have rigorous processes and procedures to make sure that the way we give out that money is as fair as possible. But ultimately, I have responsibility for that, and that's something, you know, that is a big part of what I do.